and welcome to Wear Many Hats, the podcast that's totally dedicated to the FM industry. My name's Rachel, and today we have a wonderful guest. We have Amie Booth, the Director of Strategic Partnerships at Business Cube. Welcome, Amie.
Thank you for having me. Very excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here, so thank you so much for coming on the show. Did you come from far today?
11 minutes up the road, walking. So
brilliant.
Yes, Russell Square. You couldn't have picked a better spot for me to come to. So I'm very pleased with that.
Yeah, no tube to get on or anything like that. That's great. And is it one of the Business Cube locations?
It is. So that's our HQ, which is quite handy because it's smack bang in the middle of our whole portfolio. So
lovely.
Yeah, I do try and walk everywhere if I can.
That's
get
good.
The steps in, and
yes, you look very healthy. I need to do more steps. Lovely. And was it raining? Because it's gone funny. We're out of the summer now. I think. I don't know. We're like, I don't know. There's a bit of sun. I can see it.
Yeah, it was this morning. So the step count's a bit low today. But luckily, that 11-minute walk, I was fine.
Brilliant. You made up. Thank you so much. So let's get started. So let's rewind a bit. Where did it all start for you?
Cool. So obviously you can tell that I'm not English. So born and bred in Australia, got straight into real estate after I started school. So this is my 18th year in real estate now.
Wow.
So yeah, straight in, started in like a PA secretary kind of role. Really loved it. Just fell in love with the industry. I was quite lucky. I got given quite a lot of responsibility early on and got to shadow a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that kind of prompted me to get into sales myself. So this was all residential real estate in Australia, in Brisbane. And yeah, in my early 20s, decided to bite the bullet, go out, start selling real estate. It was commission only.
Wow.
Nightmare. Yeah. Because you don't have a bank balance then. So some months you're loaded and other months you're
so you
really
learned to save some a little just in case.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I love the sales side of things though. So I kind of realized after a while I was a bit too young to do that at that point. I think I was up against a lot of people that have been in the industry for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And why would you choose me over them when I don't have that track record? So I found a role that kind of encompassed everything I loved. So I did a business development role for a company called Ray White there.
Yeah.
And that was building their rent portfolio. So I negotiated a really good commission structure there. I don't know how. I don't think he thought I could hit the targets.
Yeah.
So it gave me a ludicrous commission structure. And yeah, I was just going out pitching, bringing in new business. I think I doubled our rent roll within the first 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that enabled me to get into the top 10 in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, for that position. But yeah, I was living and breathing work 6 days a week. But that's kind of what you do. It doesn't feel like work. Yeah. But I love it. I love the thrill of a deal, all of that. So yeah, did that. And then ironically, that prompted me to really have a good hard look at my life and just go, I'm working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I was in my mid-20s by that point. I'd left Australia once in my whole life. So I was like, I've not traveled. I've not done anything. And then I turned around and quit. Booked a trip because I'd booked a trip to Europe and I thought I don't want to go back and live that life. Like I need a bit more balance. I couldn't get that in that role. So I just kind of, I knew I wouldn't leave unless I just kind of bit the bullet, and did it. So I ended up going to Europe for a month by myself, cried every day I was away. I was so homesick. I just think I didn't like moving around too much. I like having a home base. But then the moment I got home, I just thought, I love it over there. I'm going to move. So then, I ended up applying for a visa, moved over here. Have not been homesick since.
What?
Which is great. Like, I hope my parents don't listen to this.
No offense.
But I think I just needed like a base. And once I had set my life up here, I absolutely love it. So I've actually been to 41 countries now. So in that 8-year period. So I've been quite lucky in that sense.
One that never went anywhere. You've been, that's impressive.
Yeah. So it's completely changed my life. But when I first started here, I was quite lucky. I got my foot in the door at CBRE.
Wow, and that's pretty good. It's a big door.
Exactly. So I ended up doing 8 months secondment cover.
Okay.
And the girl who I covered was going to Australia.
Oh.
So it's almost like we swapped places. Exactly. But it got my foot in the door there. It was with, they were called Global Investors at the time.
Yeah.
They're working out of One New Change.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did that for 8 months. And then when I got to that 6-month mark, started reaching out to HR within the business. And then I got interviewed by the reinstatement cost assessment team.
Mm-hmm.
So they do building surveys for insurance renewals.
Yeah.
So completely different to what I'd done in my past. But the team was really cool.
Yeah.
There's about 30 of us, a lot of Aussies.
Oh.
And it was a lot of traveling.
I wonder why. Is there any reason, do you think? Or?
I think, because honestly, I think it's because we are really hard workers and we're always up to travel. And the job was predominantly traveling. Like you're doing site visits that are all through Europe, sometimes Asia, America, all those kind of places as well.
It's cool,
so we're always up to do that. So I think that is kind of why he hired so many Australians. But I was with them for about 5.5 years and then ended up getting sponsored, got my indefinite leave to remain. And then after that moved into a workplace consultancy role.
Okay.
So that's kind of what moved me on to this side of the industry, I think. Did that for a couple of years. And then when I got my indefinite leave to remain, I kind of thought I really miss what I was doing back home. I miss the sales side of things. Yeah. I wanted a job that kind of incorporated all of that.
Yeah.
And because I had my indefinite leave to remain, I didn't need like quite a niche role to stay in the country anymore. So the timing lined up and started working at Business Cube. So, and honestly, I could not be happier.
How did that come about, the role with, obviously I know Craig Haggerty, we've sat at the same dinner table at one of the...
Everyone knows him.
BCA awards. Yeah, we had a great laugh. So how did you end up with Business Cube? Were they advertising or did they kind of search you out?
It's quite like, I feel like since I've started there, I've had a lot of full circle moments and it's made me realize I am in the right place.
Yeah.
So I interviewed with a recruiter back in 2017 when I moved here. Didn't end up going through him to get a role, but it's the recruiter that ended up getting me the role at Business Cube 8 years later.
Wow.
It was just such a small world. So, went through a recruiter, met Craig, sat down with him, and I had about 3 pages worth of questions. He couldn't believe it. He said when he went downstairs, they were like, "What the hell were you doing up there?" I just wanted to make sure it was the right fit for both of us. And honestly, I just could not be happier.
And you've been there 7 months?
I've been there 6 months yesterday, actually.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I think you're in your 7th month now. Exactly. You're falling into it, I think. Okay.
Yeah. But I think because we're in the office 5 days a week as well, you feel like you've been there longer. You bond with people, you pick up the business strategy, all of that a lot quicker as well. Yeah. So, I do feel like I've been there for ages, but I've loved every minute of it.
It's fantastic. So do you think, looking back on your career path, obviously you went in as a PA and that's kind of what I did actually. Did you know you would always fall into property, do you think? Because it happened like sort of quite naturally by the looks of it, I think.
I don't actually know what prompted me at the start. Originally in school, I wanted to be an accountant.
Wow.
I did like workplace experience at my parents' accountant's office. So I don't know. I didn't like it after I went and did that.
Yeah.
But I've always grown up around property. So my parents have had quite an extensive property portfolio. So I've always seen that side of things. And it's kind of always been drummed into us to buy property and do that kind of stuff. So I've always had a fascination with it.
Yeah.
I am a bit of an odd one out in my family though. My parents own a truck company, transport company, and then both of my sisters are electricians.
Oh, so totally.
Yeah, very strange.
But the electrician side, how did that even happen? Because the trucking side, so that'd have to interview them.
No, they're amazing. They're so good at what they do as well. Yeah, they always end up in the newspaper and stuff there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all your family is still in Australia, are they?
They are, yeah. So
where are you from in Oz? I love Oz.
So I grew up in Brisbane, and then they're all still there as well. Yeah,
yeah, it's very nice, beautiful country. Do you miss it now? You just said you didn't, but do you? I
think on days like this where it's pouring out, and
don't blame you.
Yeah, you don't know what to wear.
It's grey.
Exactly.
Yeah,
what am I doing?
But then you get to work and it goes.
Yeah, and we've had the best summer this year. We have, honestly. Like, you can't beat it. I think London's the best city in the world when it's like that. Yeah. And I think if we did have good weather the whole year round, it'd be too overpopulated. So
that's true.
We've got to pay a price.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the plants need watering.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's just too dry looking.
Exactly.
So I mean, do you think anybody gave you a real push in your career? Do you think there's anyone in particular that gave you that push?
I think my
other than yourself.
Well, I think my parents have always been really driven. So my parents have always had their own company. And I've grown up seeing that. So I think just seeing how driven they were.
Yeah.
It's all three of us girls, me and my sisters have all emulated that. And then honestly, I think early on in my career as well, I was given, like I said earlier, a lot of responsibility and a lot of opportunities to shadow and get mentored by people. And that's just spurred that on, I think.
It gives you that push, doesn't it? Yeah. When you see it all around you. Absolutely. I think we're quite blessed. I had a similar upbringing. My dad was an estate agent. Yeah. Well, he owned, my mum and dad owned 3 houses, pubs first. Then we moved to Portugal. He owned an estate agents there. And then I was told I have to get into recruitment. Then I did 25 years in recruitment. But yeah, here I am now. But yeah, so it's...
Well, you've had a full circle.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm like you. I love property. My dad had quite a few properties as well. And I think it's so interesting, like the builds, the different types of builds and the effort that goes into it. And even more so now around the commercial buildings that we're in, like how they're evolving. And that's what we're going to talk about in a minute.
And I'm quite nosy. So I think that's why I liked getting into residential real estate, because you get to go, and I was looking at some massive houses there as well, like multi-million-dollar homes, and just
stunning
to be able to set foot in that. I'd love to see some of them in London, but I think it's a tough market here, a lot tougher than Brisbane.
Yeah, I think it probably is. It's very niche. It's who you know, isn't it? I think. So let's chat about your day today. Like, so what does a day in your world actually look like now at a Business Cube?
So it's very different to what I was doing before. I think since COVID, a lot of our jobs have evolved, haven't they? So I'm barely behind a desk at the moment, which I love. I'm a people person. I love being out and about. I'd say 95% of my meetings are all in person.
Right.
And I think I have the funnest job in the office, because Craig's brief to me for the role was, I want you to be our client's best friend.
Right.
We have great clients, so that helps.
Yes.
But I get to go out to lunches with them.
Oh, wow.
Take them to coffees. So I definitely do not take that for granted. It's great. But yeah, a lot of face-to-face stuff. Like I do a lot of viewings, things like that. So yeah, it's quite an active role. And I feel like I have a lot more energy at the end of the day because I'm not sat behind a desk.
Yeah, I think it helps massively.
I love it. And it's really changed my sleeping as well, which I thought that was quite fascinating. Yeah. Having that, like, less screen time and things like that.
Yeah, I think I still do a lot of screen time.
Well, yeah, you can't escape the phone.
Yeah, no, unfortunately. But yeah, it sounds like you're doing sales as well. Do you get involved in the operation side of the business at all? You mentioned earlier about your head of FM, and do you sort of get involved with what he's doing?
I do, to a certain extent. So I'm the first point of contact for all of our clients in the HQ office. So if something goes wrong, they're going to contact me, and then I work alongside Kingsley, who's the head of our FM, and solve the problem basically. So he looks at obviously from a logistical side of things, and then I'm the people side of things.
That's really clever, actually, how you've got the two of you working as a team to solve a problem and keep. Because sometimes you can lose that, can't you?
Well, we have different approaches as well. And I wouldn't have a clue how to fix something half the time. So I do need him there. I think just having that clear, open communication, me with the client, it kind of takes that pressure off him as well. Like, he can just get on with his work, and I can keep them informed, things like that. Actually, Craig does a lot of our viewings. Yeah. So
That's his bag, isn't it?
Yeah, which I was so shocked about that. But he does a lot of them, and then either myself or Lily, who's in our sales team, will step in and do them if he can't. Yeah. But it's very rare. And I love that. I think just him he has such a hands-on approach in our business. It's very impressive.
I met Lily, didn't I, the other day?
Yes, you did. Yes.
When you did your tour. With Flexa. Yeah.
She's fantastic. She's been with the company now for 2 years.
Oh, well, I'll have to get her on the show at some point.
You will. She's really good.
And Craig, you say no. What about Kingsley? Would he come up?
I think Kingsley would be up for it.
Good.
We could have the whole Business Cube.
We could.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Do like a panel.
That would be fun.
So what about challenges? Do you know what is there anything you're specifically going through at the moment, or something that you recently had to deal with that's been a real challenge for you?
I think the biggest challenge for me, we've got 15 buildings.
That's a lot.
And we have grown quite a lot in the last few years as well. Even just over the summer, we've had a lot of our vacancies filled. So there's a lot of new tenants as well. And obviously there's teething problems, things like that, or like even just snagging problems that are minor, where I'm constantly, dealing with those kind of things. I think my biggest challenge that I'm finding is, because we have so many clients across the board, it's just making sure I spend an equal amount of time with them.
That's quite hard. That's a lot. That must be a lot of clients over 15 buildings.
There is a lot. So,
are you in London? Just London.
Just London.
Yeah.
So
that's good then.
Yeah, Aldgate
for now.
Well, Craig was talking about maybe a Dubai one.
Wow.
I think
that sounds good.
No, I'm just kidding. He did joke about it, but I think the whole team would be happy if that happened.
You're used to traveling, so you're good. You're good to go.
I've never been to Dubai though.
Really?
I reckon I'm the only person in that office that hasn't been. Yeah.
Oh, so then maybe
he's
setting you up for that.
Yeah, a little tax write-off trip once a month or something.
Yeah,
that'd get us through the winters here.
It would.
Yeah.
You could do half and half.
Exactly. I just think that's my biggest challenge. And I think also you've got to make sure, if people are quiet, that you're still reaching out to them and things like that, because that's when a problem will arise. If you're not hearing from someone, it doesn't mean everything's okay generally.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So I just make sure that I've just got systems in place to make sure I have that constant communication. I think because I am out and about so much, I just organically run into people within the buildings.
Yes.
So if I had 3 appointments at our Bevis Marks building yesterday afternoon, so I just stayed there the whole day and
makes sense.
Walk up and down, talk to people, and maintain those relationships that way, because I try not to make everything too formal. Yeah.
So you wear many hats then, really, don't you? Because you're dealing with the clients, dealing with the problems as well, getting involved in that area, making sure everything runs smoothly. So what about...
I won't take credit for that. That's all Kingsley.
Kingsley.
He's going to hear this.
Yeah.
No, we've got a fantastic team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have, in that sort of reporting, communicating. Exactly. What it's all about, isn't it? And make sure the client is happy at the end of the day. So they're paying it. They're paying their bills, aren't they? So you've got to look after them, I guess.
Give them the service. And I think just that level of trust within our team as well. Like even from the get-go, Craig's just let me make the role my own, and he's so accessible. And I think that was a really big thing I noticed moving from such a big corporation like CBRE.
Yeah.
To a team. I think we've got about 30 in our team, and just having that access to someone with that much knowledge. He's always there to help. I've never seen him stressed out.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holidays away, that might be.
Well, no, half the time when he's away, he's constantly
on the phone still. That's it. When you run your own business, you can't completely shut off.
No, he did do very well. He just went away recently and he did unplug a bit.
That means he's got a good team.
Yeah, exactly. So it does make you feel good as well. You're like, he trusts us to run it. Yeah. And all the buildings are still standing. He got back yesterday.
So where do you think the industry's heading? So what excites you, especially about Business Cube? What plans have you got in terms of, the technology? You're bringing any of that in? AI, do you work with this sort of stuff? Obviously you're talking about systems. I'm assuming you have to log stuff and sort of time management. What excites you at the moment?
I think the industry's at a very interesting stage. My last role within CBRE, the workplace strategy side, that was working on the American Express account.
Right.
So it was very interesting working there and seeing kind of how the office was being used.
Yeah.
And I was doing a lot of CAD work, a lot of planning, things like that. So even just the amount we were having to change the floor plates to suit the demand of the staff. I think the industry is heading a bit more towards people predominantly being back in the office. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to lose hybrid working.
Definitely not.
I think it's too much of a draw card for businesses to hire people now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think people need to spend 100% on the occupancy. They can go like 50 or 60 because not everybody's going to be coming into the office on the same day. It's very rare.
Exactly. Some of the clients, and I think having that as my background has really helped me in this role as well, because when I am on viewings and things like that, some people talk to me and they look at the desk space and think, I need 100% ratio. And I just say, well, you're not going to have people in every day.
Yeah.
you could probably get away with having this many desks and have more collab space. And I guess the way that our business works is everything is changeable. So say
flexible.
Yeah, if something does change, we can put more desks in, we can take them out, we can move you around the portfolio if you're finding the space is too big and things like that. So we've just acquired Porter's Place. That's our most recent building. So that's in Farringdon. That is our most high-tech building.
Right.
It's very cool. You have to come down. Special waves to flush the toilet.
Oh.
They've got like really cool
tech stuff.
Yeah, very high tech. And we've got some really cool techie companies in there as well. So yeah, I think that's probably our most advanced building. But yeah, in regards to what you said about AI, I love it.
Me too.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it has a time and a place. And I think because predominantly a lot of my work is face-to-face, but even just writing an email and just getting it to reword it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, and then I always read it back to myself as if I've written it. I'm like, oh, God, that sounds good.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
It gives you like a feel-good feeling, and I'm like, I've got to remember that. I wrote the bulk of it, but it has reworded it. I'm also useless at grammar.
Yeah.
So that it really helps me in that sense as well.
I'm not bad, but this makes you even better.
It does.
Yeah, I think you have to run your eyes over it still. I think because there can be bits in there that I think, oh, no, that looks very like I've run it through AI. So I tried to make it my own.
Yeah. I like starting out with something and then just getting it to make tweaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does have really good marketing stuff though. Like,
yes, it does. Yeah.
And just I love quirky, silly, crazy marketing that will get someone to open it because everyone's getting a million emails a day.
Yeah, that's right.
So if I can make something a little bit silly and stand out.
Or more exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is. And it gets to know you as well, which is,
honestly,
I was told to say please and thank you to ChatGPT.
Well, yeah.
You'd be polite.
Exactly.
Good morning, how are you? You never know when they take over.
Exactly. I think it's incredible. And yeah, I think it's not gonna, it will replace certain jobs, but in an industry like this where it's so people focused, I think you just kind of have to incorporate it. Yeah. But I don't think
most guests that come on say that really, that it's a fantastic tool for speeding up certain roles so that it can concentrate on other areas, but really it's not going to replace, especially within, say, flex.
No,
the flex market, you need people on site.
Well, I don't work at home at all, and to be honest, I couldn't do my job at home.
Yeah, no,
unless I'm doing a virtual tour and get some headsets. Like, there's no way. Like,
that would be where the AI would come in. And even then, I don't think it will ever replace that. I know you can look around buildings with this AI technology that they've got, but it's not the same as actually physically walking into somewhere and actually feeling the presence of it. That will never go. I don't,
Well, I was in Prague over the summer and we were standing, I can't remember the name of that bridge. I should know.
I know which one you mean.
With
the main bridge.
On it. Yeah, the main bridge in Prague. Everyone will know what I'm talking about. There's probably someone screaming the name. So I was with my parents. They came over for the summer and we were looking at it. And I turned around and there's people with VR headsets on behind us.
Right.
Not even looking at that. I was like, mate, you could be in your living room. What are you doing? It was so bizarre. And then I looked it up.
That.
I know, it really freaked me out. But I looked it up and it shows you what it was like 100 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that concept is cool.
That is.
But they also didn't really take it off. So I'm like, they haven't even seen what it looks like today.
Now.
Yeah. It was strange. And it is, it was kind of like Black Mirror.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange. Yeah.
Yes, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it.
It really freaked me out. And then Dad's like, we should do it. And I'm like,
be interesting to have a look though. But the AI is changing the way we work, but for the better, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you either get with it or it's going to leave you behind. Exactly. I'm friend.
Are you using it in the business other than yourselves? Do you feel like maybe other areas of other departments are probably using it?
I don't think so. So a lot of our stuff is
sort of face to face.
Yeah, exactly. So all my stuff is, all Kingsley stuff is, we have a Yardi system that we use. Yeah. So the one that we use is actually called Cube, and I thought it was just named after us when I first started. But no, we're just lucky. But yeah, so we use that, and that's where all our our clients log all their maintenance and things like that.
Yeah. So that's the tech side of stuff, keeping you nice and organised.
Yeah, and we do all our invoicing and things like that. Yeah.
So that's your tech covered.
Yeah.
So what about ESG? It's the buzzword at the moment. What does it mean to you and to be, Business Cube? Are you guys kind of getting with the times with all of that? It's very much a buzzword.
So we incorporated a lot into our buildings. So especially when we're acquiring new buildings, it's a really important part of our scope.
Yeah.
In all of our buildings, so we have bike store facilities, we have recycling schemes, water saving, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of, because we're a managed space, when people move into the space, we tell them to look at it like a blank canvas basically. Yeah. So everything within those four walls can be changed.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where we are super careful as well, because that can lead to a lot of waste. So if we're moving meeting rooms around or things like that, we're always reusing the glazing, the gyprock where we can, all the doors, things like that.
Yeah.
And then making sure that if anything does get disposed of, it's in a responsible way.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that Craig started doing after COVID to kind of encourage people, because I guess encouraging people to get back to the office comes down to our clients, really, like their businesses and how they want to do it. We were like, what can we do from our business perspective? So Craig said that he was going to plant a tree for every person that came back into the office.
That's so lovely.
Which is cool, isn't it?
Go on, Craig.
So that was through the Plant a Tree Fund. But then once that happened, he's like, I want to continue doing this. So we actually do that now for every new client. We get their head count and we plant that amount of trees.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. So
I want to know more about that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, so that's something that I've recently learned, which I love. I think that's really cool. We have solar panels on some of our buildings as well.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Kingsley just before I came here. I just said to him, is there anything else that you do in your side of the business? And when he started, he's been with Craig for about 3 years now. He said that we used to have guards in the building on the weekends. He thought we can do this more sustainably.
Yeah.
So he changed to remote monitoring.
Yeah. Right.
So that stops anyone having to travel in and out, like just a little bit less of a carbon footprint, which I thought that was quite innovative.
Yes, that is very much so. And that's kind of what that model's around, isn't it?
It's really cool, yeah. So
just being more aware. And I think it's like just working towards everybody being more aware of it and working towards it. I don't think it's going to take a long time for everybody to cotton on to this way of working.
Exactly.
But I feel like recycling, all of this sort of stuff as well. Even people taking desk space. 100% of people in the office have all got to get here somehow.
Exactly.
And if they are doing some remote work, then we are saving somewhere, aren't there as well? I think it's definitely changed after COVID, hasn't it? And that's sort of one of the questions here. It's like, do you feel like we're still playing catch up? I think it sounds like I think
we are.
Yeah.
No.
You've grown quite rapidly, haven't you? So you're not feeling that side of stuff where you're catching up still. And it sounds like Craig's put quite good things in place to encourage people to come back into the office.
Yeah, it's because obviously, like I said, there's not a lot that we can do from our side of the business because it's up to the client.
Yeah.
Like
what
how
they want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was a really cool thing to do and offer. I'm quite new to the flex side of the industry, but I find it really progressive.
Yeah.
And I love how female heavy this side of the business is.
It is.
Yeah. Especially coming from building surveying.
Yes.
So when I left the team there, so I was with that particular team for about 5.5 years, I think there was 3 female surveyors, and then everyone else in the team that was female was in like a PA/EA position. So coming into this side of the business, and especially at Business Cube, our leadership team within head office is way more female heavy than male heavy, and I love that.
Well done, Craig.
I love it. So I think out of the 30, we've got 5 guys, and the rest is all girls.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and then all our leadership roles, except for Craig and Kingsley, all female.
Wow.
Yeah, which is very cool. And that was a thing that really drew me to the business as well.
Yeah, I think it's powerful. We need more women on the show, that's for sure. It's very male heavy.
We've got an endless supply.
Excellent. We'll get them on. They like talking about themselves, and we'll get them on. They're not too shy. It's worth having listening to people and getting people's advice and and how they came into the industry. And and how they work their way through, you know.
Everyone's got a different journey, don't they?
have.
It's so interesting to understand that. And
Yeah, it is.
how they've ended up in that place.
I love interviewing because I get to hear people's stories, and, you know, some of them are quite emotional sometimes, you know, and especially when people talk about their parents and stuff like that, being, you know, helping them and pushing them in a certain way, or someone that's come from hardship and, you know, had to try and do it on their own. I think it's great to hear people's stories. But yes, we do need more women. So please apply. So looking back, what moment or project are you still very proud of today? Obviously, you're still well into your career here. So, you know, what have you done so far that you're really proud of?
I think, like what I said earlier, that the most pivotal part of my career was getting into the top 10 in Australia.
Yeah.
And that changed my whole life trajectory, basically. I think from the London side of things, just some of the buildings I got to work on when I was doing the reinstatement cost assessment. So I did the Excel Centre, and that was the biggest by far. And there's a lot of risk that goes with that as well, because if you're wrong and you're out by a certain number, they can sue you for over that amount. So yeah, it's
scary.
It is scary. And that was, I can't say the exact amount, but hundreds of millions of pounds that ended up being being valued at. So that was my biggest one. Figuratively and literally, because it is so massive. It
is, yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a real highlight of my career there. And we did get to work on a lot of cool buildings as a team as well. I know someone did the Shard.
Love that.
Yeah. And just the travel in that as well. Like I went to Egypt with that team.
Wow.
Which is so cool. Yeah. So I was looking at some, one of our clients was a bank, and we would go and look at all their banks. Like, it was the best time of the year. So I think I did Egypt and Turkey that year. But then they've sent us to like Malaysia and Thailand.
Oh, I love it.
It was a very good client to work for.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember being over in Egypt, and I'd done a number of these banks, like all through England, Scotland, like other places in the world. This is the only place where they let me in the safe and there was money everywhere. And then they left. And I was so worried. I was like, is something going to happen? Like, am I going to end up in an Egyptian jail saying that I've stolen money? But no, it was
candid camera.
Exactly. It was just such a cool experience, and a great team to work for as well.
Yeah.
I still keep in touch with them quite a lot, actually. I love them.
You can send them this podcast.
I will.
They can hear. You've mentioned them.
Yeah.
Some people do drop names, I must say. So what's something you wish you knew when you were just starting out?
I think to just be patient. I'm a million miles a minute and I can't help myself, and I just want everything to happen as soon as possible.
Me too.
And I think that's the main thing. Just be patient and everything works out.
Yeah.
So even if there is something that's happened and it looks like a bad situation, it's always leading to something good.
Yeah.
Like, I could not be happier in what I'm doing right now. So
love that.
Yeah. And that all of the
And you're just at the beginning.
Has led me here, yeah.
You're just at the beginning with Business Cubes, really.
Yeah.
Your first year. So I'll have to interview in a few years' time and see where you are. Exciting. And if someone came to you tomorrow saying, I want to do what you do, what would you say to them?
I'd say it's the best job in the world. Like, it's so much fun. Yeah. And I think that the opportunities within the industry are endless as well. You like, coming from a provider side, there's so many different roles within our side of the business, the broker side of things as well.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. Like, I think having a sales background as well, I love doing a deal.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I still get to have exposure to that as well.
Yeah.
Which is fun. So I'm always on the phone to Craig trying to talk him down so I can get a deal across the line. But no, it's fun. And I think just having that side of it, I think there's a lot of opportunity, and there's something for everyone in it.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. It's a huge industry, huge sector, and so many different caveats to it within the property industry, for sure. And then you've got residential, you've got commercial, you've got retail. There's so much.
Yeah, I love the spot that I'm in at the moment, though. I think we've got a real sweet spot. I like that it's managed.
Yeah,
I like our portfolio size and our floor plate size as well.
Yeah.
So our smallest is we do have single rooms in one of our buildings, but then generally it's between 1,000 to 6,000 square foot. So I just think it's such a nice size. Yeah.
That is a good size. I mean, I've been in one of your centres.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was pretty. I love the reception area there. That was so nice. It's got that homely feel.
It does, doesn't it?
High end homely
moody as well. I like a moody. Yeah. Wait till you see Porter's Place. It's going to look like a spa.
We'll have to come down.
It's going to be stunning. I've pitched to have a masseuse on the side.
That sounds like
It's not gone.
I'll definitely come down
Yeah,
then.
exactly. We should have like an open day or something where we just all get massages in the reception area.
The season 2 guests, massages all round. So what? Let's talk about outside of work. I mean, you mentioned something that you're about to do this evening, when you dash off after here. But what do you like to do to switch off of work? I mean, if you actually get to switch off, but what do you do outside your day job?
So I do a lot of hiking. I came back from the Dolomites over the bank holiday weekend.
Lovely.
I've done the Inca Trail in Peru, which I love.
Wow, I want to do that.
That was so cool. Honestly, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I listen to metal, so I go to a lot of gigs.
Metal? I would never have you down for that. I don't know why.
No one ever suspects it, but I live in Camden, so right on the corner there. So
busy.
It's a stone's throw away to go to a gig.
Love that.
And then lots of yoga. So that kind of balances out the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that keeps you calm.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it's nice.
So last question, what's the best bit of advice you've ever been given?
It's come from Craig. So I think just to be kind. Like he's the nicest person I've ever met. And I'm quite reactive. And I think this is the biggest thing I'm going to learn from him. Like obviously it's a world of knowledge, but just he approaches everything with kindness. And I feel like when you do that, it disarms people and you meet them on their level. You find out what the actual problem is and you help them. And I think that's the biggest piece of advice, the best piece of advice I've been given. Yeah, someone else said that. And I was like, you need to be kind because you just don't know what people are going through as well. And it might not be at you. Like absolutely. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what they're going through. But that's lovely. Oh, thank you so much, Amie. Thank you for having me. It's been so fun.
It's been a pleasure to meet you. And obviously we're going to keep in touch and obviously we're both part of Flexa. So be good to see you on your journey and keep in touch with you. But you're off to yoga this evening, aren't you? Well done, putting me to shame.
No, I only go 4 times a week.
That's good.
I've only been once this week. So
that's really good. 4 times a week. Oh my goodness, I need to get my fitness game on. I just had a peppermint tea. I think that's about as healthy as I've gone. Yeah, it's good today. Maybe a banana.
Maybe I might have one of those instead of going tonight.
No, go, do both. Thanks again, Amie.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And that's it for today's show. Please share, forward on to your friends and family, anyone that's getting into the facilities or property world. And that's it for today. Until next show. Thank you. Bye.